but I'm sure we'll probably get a chance to chat about that. But he's very much very value driven,
Yeah,
in the way that was looking at things. It wasn't looking at data for the sake of it. It was really looking at data from a commercial, is it
that's
worth
good. That's good though. Yeah, I mean, so,
billion?
it's impactful, isn't it? It's impactful. So it's not just, what you were looking at was impacting investment. So it was good, like commercially viable, data that you were manipulating and finding out
Yeah.
about, which is great. Okay, cool. So kind of moving on. So I mean, obviously, clearly, a lot of success over those years from Nigeria. Then you kind of expand your wings internationally. And so, what would you say are the most enjoyable job that you've had in data?
Mm.
Most and the most
Uh,
meaningful role you've had? Fantastic, super. So that's obviously without a doubt enjoyable, but also impactful work that you've done. That one thing that you'll be greatly proud of and deservedly so. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, just kind of moving on. So I'm obviously conscious of your valuable time. So that's a meaningful and enjoyable role for you. But you've also published two successful books, making data work, and value-driven data. So where did the motivation, or what inspired you to become an author as well?
yeah. Oh my goodness. The first thing is I never ever thought I would be able to be an author. I've tried to do a number of things. And authoring was one that I thought was quite distant.
Sorry, the what?
I
Sorry,
think
what was distant? The
uh,
what? Sorry,
yeah, to authoring and actually writing a
author.
book. Do I need to read up on X, Y, Z? Reading widely, not sitting and only reading technical books as an example. Read
Yeah.
widely, read about psychology, read about history, you know, and bring all that to bear. And I think fortunate as well that I've kind of been out in kind of variety of industries. But that was fortunate. That was intentional. I didn't, you know, say to people, speaking to a recruiter, for instance, oh no, I only want to be in industry X. It's very
Right.
open to learn. It's a learning opportunity as well.
Gotcha.
Being out
Gotcha.
there in places that are not your comfort
Yeah,
zone
yeah. So,
in some ways,
so
right?
becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable, as it were. I know it's a bit of a cliche now, but I mean, but it's true, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But I have to tell you something that, you know,
Please.
this kinds of biases and this kinds of, let's call them discrimination of all kinds, you know, they do work both ways at times. And I have had situations where,
Mm.
I've had, I at least suspected that I had opportunities because of my color, as opposed to being in spite of, right? And so, you know,
Mm.
it kind of works both ways. And I don't know if it cancels out because I don't have all the data
Sure.
that actually says this I got because and this I didn't get because, right? But I do know that there are those kinds of situations that can actually be, if you like, positive discrimination.
I'm just going to sit here and write it out for another 4 or 5 years or whatever, because they're seeing individuals just surpass them, and they're just exhausted for going for interview after interview after interview after interview, and not getting that role. And then you speak to individuals who just stick with it, and they eventually get that role, whether it's internally or externally. Typically, when I'm involved, it's an external role. Um, and but yeah, so seeing it from both sides of the fence, individuals who can absorb those blows, and they've documented it and seen they've documented the experience, the journey they went through, and it's just like, wow, I can't believe you've been through that. And some individuals can keep going, and they can, so I think we touched on it before, is having that mindset of knowing it's going to be a bumpy road. It may not be a bumpy road, but knowing that it may be, and having that grit and determination, and support around you to allow you to achieve that. That's something that I'm a big advocate of, is just trying to get into that mindset of, look, I know it may be bumpy, but I need to get my head in gear here, and because I will get there. And that's what I want to instill in the members. That yeah, recognize it's going to be a bumpy road out there. But how can we help you find that mindset to allow you to achieve your goals? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you
Yeah,
know,
but it's hard. Listen,
mm,
let's face it. It's hard. We're human beings. It's not easy to take a knock. It's not easy, to take a rejection.